Welcome to my channel. Thank you for coming. I always talk about hair and I always show you better ways to condition. Did you know that fake hair is becoming the answer to damaged hair? It seems everyone's lifestyle is going so fast that these days it's hardly have time to do much of anything. And once you take care of the kids or work or take care of your hospitals or go up to appointments, hey, it's a busy day and it's a long day. And it's been a long day for your hair as well. So when you think about it, it's become a chore for clients to do their hair. So time-wise, fake hair gives the person more time to do other things or to have that perfect hairstyle for an event. If you have hair problems, this is a fast answer to that. And you can look perfect and be okay. So that's one of the reasons why fake hair is dominating the industry. Walls and walls of hair are being sold. So I go into the beauty salon state supply house and whoa, it's 3 walls of hair. And they're not small walls. Hollywood helps us get more comfortable with fake hair. I think that's all you see. And sometimes they talk you into being bald. Like, just get rid of the problem altogether. Here again, it's your choice. But if you want to save your hair and you want to work at it and you don't want to work in vain, then this is why this channel is here. To help you have more logical understanding, more of a scientific approach to conditioning so that you can protect your hair. You're the one who gives your hair strength to be strong through conditioning knowledge. So you've got to educate yourself and get in there and enjoy your hair. And then people will be complimenting you on your hair, not just a hair that you bought on the wall. I even heard, I think it was in a movie, and she said that, or a sitcom, something, and basically she said, hey, this is $800 hair. So now her hair is being valued by how much money it is. Well, okay, I understand that. If I spend $1,000 on a sweater, wow, I'm going to take care of it. I'm taking it to the cleaners. I'm taking care of it. But I'm also proud of it because of the money I spent. I don't know if we should value hair that way, though. Hair runs deep into our soul, and hair has a tendency to get to us, and it hurts our confidence. A lot of people say hair is their joy. Hair is their everything. Like some women and men feel like, hey, that's my confidence, that's my love. And of course, if it's missing, they get upset. So hopefully learning here how to protect your hair from damage will be good for you and hopefully save you a lot of heartache about losing your hair. And of course, wearing fake hair all the time. I don't know if you should you should have an alternative, alternate. You should say, well, if I want to wear a wig, I'm okay. If I don't want to wear a wig, this is what I'm doing with my hair. So let's hopefully you'll get through that without getting into too much fake hair. There are some fake wigs. Some fake wigs. There are some wigs that are, they have a cap and they're airy. And those wigs are perfectly fine to condition, plus look good while you are trying to go to work. If you think about that, then you think, well, I could take that wig off and I can condition. And when I put it back on, I'm great because I look the look I want. So fake hair can be useful and it can be a tool to help you get past stages in your life. I want to thank you for sending your hair questions to ditahair911@gmail.com. I did put it in the comment box. When 2 or more emails come in asking the same question, I call it the big question of the day. So the big question of the day is, why don't hair companies educate us on our hair properly? Remember, they are a template. They already have their marketing set up. They already have so much money and thousands of funds invested in this. So, basically how it's supposed to go is that you go to your hairstylist and she has studied the product and therefore she's picked the product because she realizes her clients can utilize the product. And because she has researched it, hey, it takes a lot of pain out for you, right? And she analyzes you and fits you with the right product. So it takes a lot of analyzing out. It also helps the client or the stylist. It helps the stylist save money. In other words, she's going to sell the product and make profit from it. So therefore, a little added income from the retail sales are really good. So we need that in the salon to help the salon survive. So here again, salon hair products are great. However, if you're forced to go to Walmart or a Target, then you're just picking from what the label says. And the label is going to do anything to attract you. They know they're there with 20 other jars, so they're going to say, wait a minute, what color is popular? What is going to attract them to my bottle versus all the other bottles on the line or on the shelf? So this means that you don't have much time to really understand what you're picking. So that's why this channel I created, because we don't have proper knowledge to really utilize our to utilize our common sense. I'd say it's not common. It's hard, to say, oh, my hair is dry. Okay, well, you use that with common sense. That's, you feel brittle, you break. Okay, you understand you got breakage, it's dry. However, you're not solving the problem, you're treating the symptom. So that's why a lot of issues come up, because people don't know their hair anymore. If you understood your damage and knew what type of damage you had, then you'd be able to pick a better product. But unfortunately, we don't know. We just look at the symptoms and we assume without really getting any other professional care. So hair companies make money at what they do, and education or educating you will be expensive. And people don't really want it. People like doing what they want with their hair, and that's okay. My channel is about when everything has gone wrong. My channel is about if you have issues with your hair and you can't get it to grow, it's not gaining length over the years. You're going through medical issues. You're going through medication issues. This is when over-the-counter product may not happen or do you any good, because it's wrapped up in the thousands of people, hundreds of people with the same condition. So they say if your hair is dry, you do this. If your hair is low in protein. Well, do you really know when it's low in protein? So see how you're kind of conditioning in the dark is what I call it. So the hair companies are not really able to treat a lot of mass of people and still get it right. So what happens is that when you're no longer getting satisfaction from the over-the-counter products, then you might need some custom-made products, something that will help you stabilize your damage, and then, of course, get you out of the trouble, and then help you understand what trouble you were in, so that you know now how to stay away from it, as well as how to treat it if it comes back. So that's the issue with the hair companies, is that they're confusing in the sense they give you lots of information, but really none at all. So I'm hoping that we can clear things up with facts and science and help you make better hair choices, as well as better hair product choices. I want to thank you for sending in these emails. They really help me know what information you need, and it lets me know that you're still interested. Email number 1: if I do not shampoo my hair, it gets very oily. I understand. Sometimes we have a waxy sebum. It's a waxy oil on the scalp. And what happens with that is it stops your hair from absorbing nutrition or products, and you'll see it kind of set on your scalp. I understand that you feel like, oh, I have to wash that out, but actually it's supposed to be there. Maybe not as heavy. So sometimes you can activate the oily scalp on your own. In other words, washing it too much, the scalp will try to replace the oil. So it'll just keep trying to replace the oil, and you'll always be too oily. Try your 7 days. I don't like referring you to, until I've talked with you, I don't like referring clarifying shampoos, because clarifying shampoos have a tendency to strip, and if you really don't have an oil problem, then it's going to be kind of harsh. So what I like to say is this: first, before using a clarifying shampoo, try to get a shampoo twice every 10 days, and then go ahead and rinse with warm water. I would suggest as warm as you can take it. And you can rinse more than once. But the rinsing should be enough to dilute the oil, but yet not take it completely away because you need it for the health of the scalp. The second email question is, when swimming, my hair tangles and after I shampoo. Yes, when you swim, the chlorine is there. You should try to use a swim cap. If you can't use a swim cap for some reason, don't have one, then yes, rinse your hair, shampoo. However, deep condition when you get home until that problem subsides. The chlorine is harsh, but it doesn't have to be so harsh that it will dry you out. But it can do that, and that's probably why you're tingling. So I'm going to demonstrate a little bit later on about how to, get through tangles with conditioners. And then, of course, deep condition is important. So if you swim often or you just swim once, you still need to deep condition if you're tangling behind shampooing. I swim every week, about 2 or 3 times a week. And so my hair is conditioned and deep conditioned. So therefore, after the pool, yes, I do get a nice soft feel. I shampoo, I don't get tangles. So I think your dryness is excessive. And so that means when you are already dry and then you jump into the pool, you're going to be drier. So let's try to get you to rinse more often. And, rinse. You can also rinse prior to the pool. For instance, you can rinse your hair because they want you to wet or wash up before you get into the pool. So you can rinse your hair, and that way it won't absorb so much of that chlorine because it'll already have a lot of water-loving molecules on it. So try doing that prior to the swim, and that may help your tangles. But deep condition and condition prior to leaving the pool. Okay? Third question. Email, my hair is thick and curly. How should I handle my hair? Well, the best way to handle that, and we're going to talk about a hair facts while we're showing you this, but the best way is have our little friend here, Daisy. She is adorable, but she has curly hair too. And she also has hair that is tangly on the ends, like yours probably after you swim. So we want to first remember that you have to section the hair. Now, if it's like this, hope I didn't take too much of you, all right? Okay, so you have to section the hair, and we're going to show you that right now. All right, so here we are. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, so now you're going to section the hair, right? And, getting through these ends, it's hard to section, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to have Daisy. Look at that. Thick and curly, right? Okay, so now you're going to add a little bit of water, not much, because the hair stretches when it has water. So you don't want to stretch it too much, but you want to spray it. Mist it with your water, just the ends. You're not trying to get the scalp wet. Okay, and then so a little spray bottle, and then I would put filter water in it. I wouldn't put regular chlorine water in it. All right, and then you'll want to massage the water into the hair. And this helps it just be more pliable. Okay, so yeah, because we can't even get to the curly hair because the ends are so bad. So now you want to take your conditioner, usually a moisturizer, and you want to add to the ends. This is going to make these ends very manageable. And of course, deep conditioning will keep these ends from doing this. Now, if your product sets on top like this, it might mean that, I don't know if you can see that, but it just stays on top and it doesn't really rub in very well. Well, then you might have a little bit of a coating. But let's look at this, because sometimes product buildup will be on these ends. All right, so now we're going to just start combing these ends out. And yes, you'll see them tangle and you'll see them all come out like this. Yeah, you'll see that. Okay, so you got the ends parted. Or the ends conditioned, and they're doing just fine. So that's good. We're going to part the hair. And now that it has the conditioner on it, of course, that's an easier thing to accomplish. And then you're going to part, and then you're going to part again. So you're making 4 parts altogether. 2 in the back, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. All right. So now we're doing just fine, right? Okay, so look how already the hair is so manageable. Now you want to go ahead and continue the conditioners throughout the hair. And, let's talk about a hair fact while we're doing this. A hair fact. Did you know that your ends can tell you a lot? Your hair tells you a lot, but your ends tells you faster. So if your hair is brittle, you'll be brittle first on the ends. If your hair is, sick, or should we say unconditioned, your ends will tell you first. They'll say, hey, it's time for my conditioner. So see, you work yourself up from, look at this, yeah, and you'll see little hair come out because your hair is long, thick, and curly. Don't worry about that, because what happens is that you lose 80 to 100 hairs a day. And this hair strand might have already been broken, but just didn't come out. So don't worry about it. Just, don't feel like, oh, my hair is falling out, because it's not. Okay, so now I'm just going to comb those ends until they get nice and smooth and soft. And then, as you can see how it's laying down now? And it's all combed out. So you work your ends all the way up to the scalp. And then, of course, the conditioning on those ends needs deep conditioning. Deep conditioning is very good for your ends. So always do the deep conditioning. And then you can style as normal, because you're all ready to style. So you can style. Oh, I guess I'm not doing too good in the styling department. But anyway, you would style normal. And the hair is easier to deal with because your ends are out of the way. Now you might need to consider, these ends. Yeah, it's not going in. No? All right. So you might want to consider putting the hair in a style that will help protect these ends afterwards. But putting conditioner on them like 2 and 3 times a day is very helpful. So, try that. And I'm sure I think your ends will calm down. But remember, if you look at your ends and they're dry, they're going to be dry. The rest of the hair is dry. So then there you go. So I just made a little. So even though this is a curly look, the ends are conditioned and they're soft. So that's your goal, is to try to look at your ends. It's a hair fact that your ends will tell what condition your whole head is in. So if you could just take a minute and observe your hair and observe the damage and, go at it scientifically. So condition on the ends, brush, combing up, and then, of course, deep condition to help those ends stay that way. All right. I want to thank you. I hope something I've said today has helped you. I like talking to you about hair and hair facts because I think it gives you a little bit more to go on and a little bit more information that you can make a better hair day. I want to thank you for staying to the end. Please do not forget to push the like button if you found something interesting today. It shows that you like the different approach to conditioning. I post every Friday. I hope you will subscribe. It's free. Subscribe. Did I say that right? Just subscribe to my channel. It's free. I have enjoyed talking with you today. Now go have a good hair day. Thank you.